Students at SUNY Oswego are getting ready for class. Their notebooks are out, pens are ready, but don't expect the professor to walk through the door anytime soon. He'll be making his entrance with a push of a button. The class is delivered via video conference from the SUNY Levin Institute nearly 300 miles away in New York City. The course is titled Broadcast News, A History and the Future. And who better to teach such a course than longtime network anchorman and foreign correspondent Garrick Utley.
When I started in network news, I was 24 years old. I started really in Vietnam as a reporter, as my first major assignment in 1964-65. And I was lucky. You have to have talent, you have to have opportunities, but you also have to have timing. And I went there as a young reporter. Vietnam became the biggest story of our day. And then I went on to be a foreign correspondent, and I spent 30 years at NBC, 3 years at ABC, and then about 6 years at CNN, and now Oswego.
The course traces the evolution of broadcast media, from the birth of radio and television, the rise of cable and satellite, to the highly fragmented digital realm. The explosion of the internet and mobile technology presents a new set of challenges, not only for network executives, but for these future media job seekers.
I tell the students again and again, and I know it's not always easy for somebody who's 20, 21, 22 years of age, that what we're trying to do here is, and at Oswego, is not only learn the skills, which you have to do first and foremost, but to learn to think in a context and in a strategic way, because that is really going to determine your future in terms of what kind of work you should be looking for. Is the job you want today and which exists today going to exist 5 years from now or 10 years from now? We don't know. You don't know. So it's the thinking process, the context, which includes the history, that is still very much applicable today and tomorrow.
This class strays from the traditional college norm of formal lectures, midterms, and finals. It is an intimate seminar where students can learn from someone that hasn't spent their life within the confines of academia.
There's an experience that you get with this class that you don't get with other classes. Yes, the other professors here have all had experience in the field, but I think when you talk about the experience that Garrick Utley has had, it's astronomical compared to some of the other professors. And I think that's really important from these students. And when we get the other guests who come, we've had Al Roker, we've had Porter Bibb, we've had people who have been around and they know what they're talking about, and they can give us their personal experience, which is different than reading a textbook and someone writing about, yeah, I did this in my life before, but here we're having personal conversations with them.
Courses like this one at SUNY Oswego are indicative of the ever-changing worlds of both technology and education. Young media professionals today are required to be multidimensional taskmasters. As it turns out, the foundation for this skill set might just be a click away. Reporting for Oswego News, this is Kelly Collins.